Here are 3 things that I don't do as a coach and you don't need to do in order to see progress in the gym. I don't train 6 days a week. And this is probably the thing that took me the longest to unlearn as a former athlete, that I just always felt like if I was resting, I wasn't doing enough and more is always better. Now I live on the opposite end of the spectrum and I realize that if I can train hard, like really hard and really be dialed in 3 to 4 days a week, I'm getting way more out of it and actually seeing more progress in those 3 to 4 days than I would in 6 days where I'm kind of half-assing it, or I'm not all the way there, or I'm tired and I'm feeling a little bit burnt out. I don't wake up at the butt crack of dawn. I don't think you need to have a 4 a.m. or a 5 a.m. morning routine in order to be productive or to get your workouts done. It's one thing if your life is designed in a way that you have to do that. You have to get your kids to school, you have to get to work, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Or if you really enjoy it, obviously do it. But if neither of those things apply to you, you do not need to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get your workouts done to have a productive day. I don't meal prep. I don't think it's realistic to spend your entire Sunday making 7 days worth of meals that, quite frankly, are going to be kind of gross by the time Friday comes. The only form of meal prep I do is sometimes when I'm making a meal, I will make extra servings of it on purpose so that I have more as leftovers for the next few days. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't have to be a fitness robot in order to see very real results.
I know how hard it can be to let go of diet culture when you're trying to gain muscle. Because most of us are trying to gain muscle in very particular places. We're not trying to gain fat anywhere else. You can body recomp, but the fast track to gaining muscle is eating in a calorie surplus and training really fucking hard. If you actually want to grow your glutes, if that's really your goal, if you say you want to accomplish a goal, but you won't do what's required of you to actually accomplish that goal, you don't want it that bad. And that's okay. It's okay to have other priorities. It's okay if you're not ready to take that step. But if you're saying, all I want is to grow my glutes, or all I want is to, I don't know, fill in the blank. And I say, okay, do this. And you're like, well, I'm afraid to eat more than 2,000 calories. Tough shit. Tough shit, babe. Then you don't want it that bad.
I think there are 2 types of people in this world, and I think a lot of it probably has to do with the way that you grew up. I'm not really sure, but either way, the first one is somebody that, like, if you're ever able to afford something really nice or, you know, get something designer, that really means a lot to you and you really like to be complimented on that. The other person is someone who will never shut up about finding something on Facebook Marketplace or finding it at a thrift store or some kind of deal or sale that they got. And I'm the latter. Like, if you compliment something in my house and I got it on Facebook Marketplace, you won't even get the compliment out before I'm like, I got it for $200 on Facebook Marketplace. It's like my favorite fucking thing in the world. I can't help myself. It's just a visceral reaction. And I think because I grew up with a lot of scarcity mindset, the idea of getting something on sale or getting it for cheap is like a huge badge of honor. And I think they're equally annoying, just different.